Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Sacred Rose Tarot cards. So we have the Three of Swords, so a deep healing is taking place here, and the swords are beginning to fall out. We have this, 2023 is all about enlightenment. So I feel like, we had this residual grief, is what they were saying this morning on Instagram when we were filming, that there was some healing that needs to take place here. We have the Five of Cups, so it's like the things that we used to concentrate on, have left us. We concentrate on the past, we would concentrate on what has happened, and that we had to feel our feelings, but now we're concentrating on the things that make us happy. We have another five. So literally this weekend, 555 I saw. So the Five of Wands in reverse. And I feel like we're no longer battling with ourselves. We're no longer battling with our shadow sides. We know who we are. We know what we're worth. We have the Two of Cups. I'm getting strong with the green. I'm getting Gemini. I'm getting Venus. I'm getting love. I feel like, but I don't feel like this is like a lover relationship. I feel like this is a mutual connection, intertwined with each other. I don't know if this is just someone that's going to stand by your side and back you all the way. You know what I mean? It's just like that yin yang balance. They're showing the Queen of Pentacles, showing our worth, our grounding force. This is like the combination elements that makes the Empress. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you're that nurturer, you're that supporter, you're that provider. You're that monarch that will sit there and do what you can for your family. We have the Ace of Wands. So this rebirth is taking place in your life. This is why this top row is all talking about this needed to take place so you can move forward. They keep on talking about a brand new beginning. We had the World card and they were like void of course energy here before we could start this brand new beginning. And I feel like that's why we're going through the feelings that we're feeling. We have the Death card, purging person, place, and thing. Devil card, what are we chained to that we need to release? It doesn't mean we need to release people like, if you've gone through a divorce, a separation, a bereavement. It's like most cases, a lot of us didn't want that situation to happen. But nevertheless, it did. But it's just like you could always love that person in your heart. It's time to let them go. They don't serve in your life anymore. You know what I mean? A lot of the times when we move on past a bereavement, divorce, a separation, it's they still evolve with us. Especially when it's something that you want to happen, something that happens out of the blue. Sometimes we grow apart. So this is where, universe is saying, now that this is this especially this Five of Cups energy, it's like you're concentrating on what still remains, what makes you happy. That's what will carry you forward. That's how you're going to relive life. That's where you're going to come into this rebirth. So with the Three of Swords, confusion, anxiety, mental imbalance, professional help is needed. So a lot of people, I don't agree with sometimes with these definitions of these cards, but for me, a healing is taking place. Our heart is always the last to heal in a journey. We intellectually know that this situation doesn't serve us, but unfortunately, our heart is bigger than our head, and it's hard for our heart to articulate, or hard for it to sit there and realize that this situation is no longer serving us. So we're going to go to the Five of Cups in reverse. So we're concentrating on what makes us happy now. The loss has happened, and now it's time to move forward. Hope, courage, reunion. I kind of feel like some kind of reunion. I know a lot of people are going to think different, but what's going on in the sky with all the aliens being present here, I feel like reunion energy. I really do. I know it's all to distract us. I know this is all a stunt. That's what they were telling me today, is it's a stunt. So, you know what I mean? There's a lot, I feel like that's what Cough Cough was all about. It was a stunt. It was to purge the population because something bigger is happening here. You know what I mean? We don't have all the pieces yet, but we will. But it's like they don't realize how evolved people are nowadays. We have the Five of Wands in reverse. Love of contemplation, trickery, fraud. So the biggest thing with this Five of Wands was the trickery and fraud. They were showing with your taxes, they tell you to go to someone and they know this person is a shady bird, and the person doesn't end up filing your taxes. They end up taking, God only knows what they do with it, but maybe they end up selling your information. I just feel like they're no good. And the only way you find out is when you're supposed to get like child tax credit or GST or something like that, or maybe even your tax return. It's like it never comes. You know what I mean? So it's like now you got to sit there. You're out that all that money, and then you got to, yes, honey. And then you got to sit there and pay a chartered accountant to redo your taxes. So that's where I'm like, be very careful. Pay properly the first time. And our drill may change for the better. So we go down to the second row, and we're going to start with the Two of Cups. And I feel like this is where things are making a change here. So a woman and man stand side by side, each other holding overflowing cups. This isn't a love situation where, they pour into one cup and it becomes a cup of unity. So we get marriage vibes with this card. I'm not getting that. I just feel like this is someone coming into your life in support. Each holding, each cup overflowing. This card signifies emotional partnership based on feelings or friendship. Cooperation and understanding incubate the situation. So it's just like, you guys get each other. You know what I mean? You guys just are able to like be that yin and yang of each other. We go to the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen sits upon a throne of green leaves. She carries her symbols of office proudly. In her left hand is the gold rose of absolution, achievement. In her right, a pentacle. Her crown is is a gold cube. Her jewelry is silver. The Queen represents a spiritual made material. This card represents a noble, heartwarming soul, a tower of strength with the attributes, desires in a wife and a mother, a happy marriage, partnership denoted. And I feel like this is where it's like you see yourself of what you offer. Like even with myself, what I brought to the table, I you know what I mean? I just did what I did, because out of love. Like, I didn't sit there and, be like, oh, what a great partner I am, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, now that Shane is transformed, it's like, these are the things that I bring to the table. These are all the things that I do. You know what I mean? I want someone that's going to meet me halfway. I want someone that's going to be there, to be my yin and I'll be their yang. You know what I mean? Like a partnership of equality that we could both grow together. You know what I mean? So with the Ace of Wands as our last card, a strong forced hand shoots out the center of a red rose holding a powerful wand of fire energy, bravery, courage, strength, resilience. We were told to embrace that this year. This is a moment of glorious creation. The male aspects of nature is shown in all majesty. Creative ventures, physical action are ignited. Leadership potential comes with self-sacrifice. This is a card of power and achievement. Sacrifice is required to produce creativity. A lot of the time, going back to the Queen of Pentacles, what is the Queen of, a lot of the times you'll see with those Monarch cards, they're willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the family, the greater good of X, Y, and Z, depending what, what you are in this leadership role. Most of the time as a partner, as a parent, as a child, it's like to do that sacrifice, even as they're showing like a police officer, a firefighter, it's like, a nurse, a doctor, to sacrifice your time away from your family for the betterment of everybody else. But nobody ever talks about that, right? So it's just like, I feel like this is where this Three of Wands, this Five of Cups, and this Five of Wands comes in here, where it's just like this deep healing had to take place for you to understand who you are. This deep healing had to take place so this other, entity by your side, this Two of Cups, could be by your side. This could be like, with myself, it's like where Shane is able to stand by my side and be his true self, because he's no longer bogged down by earthly means. You know what I mean? And it's just like that pure relationship where there's no expectations or restrictions or anything like that. It's just like living our free-spirited lives. Highlighting yourself as the Queen of Pentacles, and it's just like you bring so much to the table. You sit there and sacrifice for others so that others can have. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's like you deserve this brand new beginning. You are worthy of this. You know what I mean? You've sacrificed so much, and now it's your time to reap the rewards. You've reached the precipice of your journey. You know, now you get to see the other side of things. You've gone through the healing, the grieving, the anger, the resentment, the sadness, the hatred. It's like now you get to reap the rewards. You put all the work in. It's we were getting a lot of Eight of Pentacles. It's like successfully finishing a course of study. We were successfully finishing something. And I feel like it's successfully finishing this journey of healing. You know, you're successfully finishing this so you can move forward. Now it's your time. Like for me, I felt like I've been robbed because 5 years later, almost 6 years later, and it's like now my kids are teens. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, we had that time together, but it's just like, unless you go through this, you understand what I'm talking about. You know, the years of, everyone's different, the years of crying and grieving. And it's just like, now you're ready to live life again. You know what I mean? You're actually participating in life again. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you're just like, wow, where'd that time go? And you'll never get that time back. That's why it's like I encourage people. It's like you're bored or this and that. Find something to do with your family. You know what I mean? Because you're never going to get that moment back. Some people may laugh at the little cheesy things I do with my kids, but I don't care. As long as they want to do it, it's like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Because, we got a lot of time to make up for, So I feel like it's just like live, people may not understand what life you're living. It doesn't matter. It's your life. You live it as loud and proud as you want. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get a second, third, fourth, fifth chance to do this again. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.